What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We're just going to jump straight into it today because I want to talk about the S&P, the overall market, because I know a lot of people are they're now on board thinking we are crashing. It's time. It is here. And to be honest, the part that makes me think we're not here is the amount of YouTubers that say we are. One of the most consistent things I've seen over the years. I know I'm a YouTuber, and I don't want to just mean I'm different. But man, I've seen you can almost gauge the market by just what someone online is saying because they're mostly wrong. And I don't want to say that to be mean, but when that whole crowd is just one direction, you're like, okay, it's not here. We're not happening. So I want to talk about today that maybe the crash isn't here just yet. So I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves because, and here's the S&P right here. Now, I know you guys remember right, so this was that Sunday open. Melted. Next week, melted. Tricked everybody because the next week wasn't that. And then Friday we got this candle. And honestly, today I was thinking like, hey, let's hang tight. In the morning I was thinking like, let's wait until this specific range breaks because it's bear flag or reversal. Kind of looks like, the dip buy crowd could be here. We broke down. We hit that zone. Ultimately holding right here. Looks like that was all the buyers we had because then we sold right back off. Even now, we're still kind of holding at this zone. And the one thing I want to say is this kind of just it feels a little more hollow. I'll say that. Like this, we very well could be at the start. There's just a part of it that doesn't feel like we are, and I don't know how to explain that, especially being in the shoes that I'm in, where people will listen. Obviously, it's not financial advice. Now, I did go short today, like I told you guys last night. So everyone, if you're part of my community and all that, you guys know we bought some SPY puts for August. Now they do happen to be up already. We did all right because actually it jumped up to here. I went ahead and grabbed some SPY puts at that zone, and then they just melted back down. All right. What this kind of looks like, and SPY does this pretty often actually, is like those little 5% pullbacks. I don't want to call it a hiccup, maybe a little hissy fit, nothing even really that bad. And honestly, let's just see how big these other ones are. Because like here we had this peak all the way down to here. That's 5%. Where's another like just solid leg down? Here's a couple more over here. We can see. Let's just measure these from here to here. 4.75. Should that one? Let's go. Here's a smaller one. 3%. Okay. Now let's go the real fit. 10%. So we've had a range of these, and I don't want to say we can't really call it a crash till it hits that 20%. I'm already taking short positions, but the one takeaway I really wanted to get out in this video is where we might bounce. And I am looking for that 5% level, which I want to say should drop us right here at this blue zone. Let's go from the market highs. This blue zone, so right here. So, man, that would honestly, so if we pulled back down to, let's just draw it out. Let's go from here. Here. Let's say we continue this path and we sell off. Things just suck for a little bit. Bad news runs, people's fear takes hold. That's actually still a higher low. People can argue this over here. What we'd be watching for then is, do we make a bear flag? A bear flag, in theory, could only be all the way up to here, to be honest. Do we go horizontal? Do we stay in kind of this range and kind of just go up and down? Do we make a higher high? Because then at that point, you have to assume we're probably going to push it a little bit higher. And we might just be on the gravy train. I don't know what catalyst we would need for that. It's entirely impossible because this is a Monday right now. NVIDIA's earnings is Wednesday. Right now, they're going to be attached at the hip this week, the NASDAQ and NVIDIA. So likely S&P will follow suit. NVIDIA might just be a decent signal for the markets overall. Anything AI or chip related is going to feel it. I do know we had a couple earnings after hours. TEM, that sold off. And then HIMS finally got a breather. Let's try that again. HIMS, yeah, melted all the way down to, what a coincidence, the only yellow zone that I have. I kind of don't mind buying the dip right here. HIMS is back on the radar. I like HIMS. Really wanted to be in it. It just started to get away. It's like, I'm not buying up here. This is a momentum trade at this point. Now there's a huge difference between a momentum trade and a solid company. Momentum trades, again, the momentum, it doesn't go away. It just changes directions. And that's kind of all that did. What's everyone's favorite golden child? Palantir. Ugh, get wrecked. Sorry, we're about we're 1.5 standard deviations selling off after hours right now too. I would watch out for that $80 mark. If I'm looking for the dip buy, I would consider it $80 on Palantir. Even right now, even for a dead cat bounce, a bear flag. To build a bear flag, you need some green candles. Wouldn't mind it right there. As far as market makers and delta hedging, right now, someone's sitting at their desk. They either got to rein it back in, or we're going to start delta hedging for those options contracts that were nothing. They were meaningless until now. They do mean something. So we got to start delta hedging, and we might just get that vacuum down, or do we rein it back in so they don't have to do any job? They don't like to do any work. But anyway, jumping back to the main point. I'll touch base on those further on throughout the week. And if you're a part of my community, or if you're not, I encourage you to check it out. It'll be the top pin link in the comment down below. We'll do this every night. In fact, I got a video for them right after this. If we did bounce right here, I would be very cautious. I think right now the green, until we at least get to that probably 5% mark. Honestly, I think anything we might bounce at each one of these zones on the way down. What you want to be careful buying every dip at every zone on the way down is, in the end, you're going to look back. It's going to be like jumping out of the top of a tree and hitting every branch on the way down. Just let gravity do its thing. Wait till you hit the ground, right? And then you can just, when it's raining knives, just take cover, right? Then you can just walk out. They'll all be on the floor. You're not going to cut yourself. Pick the shiniest one. Go just to your little heart's content, right? Go crazy. But wait until the storm is done. So if you're not actively short, this is the part where I am just hanging out. If I want to take a little scalps, a little here and there trades, it'd be at these zones, wait for a pop, put my stop in the green, and then rock and roll, But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. I will see you beautiful people in the next video. Make sure you subscribe, all the cool stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one.